Yo, what is up guys? Cameron Foos here. Today, we're gonna shoot a little bit of a day in the life vlog out here in Bali, where I've lived basically since the beginning of COVID in 2020. Now, I bought this land in the middle of COVID. I was able to do that because the last bull run, of which we're in the middle of another bull run right now, I turned 20K into about 1.7 million in just over a year. Now, I'm already about to break that record in the first 35, 40 days of this bull run, but with that, I was able to invest in other projects like these villas here. So this is my villa, which is now complete. The worst thing about being the first villa complete is that I have to deal with everybody else's bullshit construction for however long this is gonna take to finish. But we also built this villa, which is basically a similar copy of this villa, but they're doing a little bit different theme. This is gonna be Tulum. And then this one down here was supposed to be a New York theme, but the guy who bought it from me is actually just doing another version of Tulum. So I will say it's been fun, but is the ROI worth the time? It's a little bit hard to say because this has been 2 years now I've been in the middle of this project, and it's a lot of fucking time and stress for much less significant gains than crypto, but it's a lot safer. Crypto, you can lose so much money so quickly if you don't know what you're doing. So real estate is a good place to put your gains from crypto. So for instance, however this bull run turns out that we're in right now, my plan is to go buy another condo in Bangkok, okay? But anyways, I haven't had my coffee yet, so we gotta go to Starbucks and get my morning coffee. Now, we're going to Starbucks right now, which thankfully they have here. And a lot of my Australian friends here think it's like the most obnoxious American thing for me to do because there's so many good coffee places and cafes here in Bali, and I choose to just still go to American Starbucks to get my morning cold brew every day because I'm obsessed with Starbucks cold brew. So I'm in here every day at like 6:30, so I didn't even order. She just knows what I want already.
Yeah, one moment, yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Nothing like the first sip of coffee. Best part of the day. So, the worst part about driving in Bali is that we literally live in the middle of a village. Like, this was not built for cars and vehicles. This was like a small, tiny village with a bunch of locals, and then a bunch of asshole tourists like myself came in, and it just became this huge, like, international smorgasbord, whatever you want to call it, of just foreigners from all over the world. Like, it's one of the most unique places in the sense that there's a lot of locals here, but there's also just people from all over the world just living here. It's like one of the only cities or villages, you could call it, in the world where there's so many people from so many different parts of the world all living in a very condensed little tiny village. But with that, the roads are so small. Like this, the only time I ever drive this car is sometimes if it's raining, like right now here, because it's rainy season in Bali, which is the worst time to be in Bali. This is the first time I've been here in Bali in December in 4 years, and I'm leaving to Austria next week. So terrible time to come to Bali. Never come to Bali between December and January. It's raining, it's crowded, the streets are fucking small, and it's filled with traffic. So terrible time to come. But this is the only time I ever drive this car. That, and then every Sunday or Saturday go play golf. That's it. But other than that, there's absolutely zero reason to ever have a car in Bali because the roads suck. You're just way better off driving a scooter. All right, guys, welcome to my crib. I literally drew this place on an iPad and I gave it to an architect, and I was like, hey, I want you to build this. And so this is kind of what came into fruition. So pretty happy with it overall. Definitely some minor things I would change, but overall, not bad. So let's just kind of go over the last month of trading, because it has been my best month by far trading. So we're actually experiencing the first pullback in the markets of this current bull run, but I deposited about nothing in this September, and then I deposited $224,000 on September 30th. Going into the Trump election, basically what my thought process was, okay, if Trump wins, this is gonna be a huge catalyst. The charts are all set up there. I have a whole video explaining the process of how the market cycles work. And the market cycles were in a certain pattern formation. If Trump won, then that was the catalyst to push us out of that pattern, which would then we would see a huge run. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna put about $250,000 on a brand new fresh account just so I can track the stats of this bull run and kind of see how we can do. We can see it right into the election, everything just absolutely ate shit. And I did get stopped down in a few positions, maybe a third of the positions I got stopped out on. So you can see it went all the way, my drawdown was actually quite big, down to 84K. So I was a little bit over leveraged, but you can see with that, it went from 84K on November 3rd, all the way up to 1.4 million on December 8th. So in 34 days, we went from 84K to 1.4 million. We're now down to about $1 million because we're seeing the first pullback. Like we can see here, one of my positions, my biggest position, I'm up 187,000 on this position right now. So there's a lot of opportunity. We did just see the first initial pump of the markets, and with that, you always have to expect that we are gonna see some pullbacks. I even just said in my Wolfpack group here, just alerting everyone, said, hey guys, we have inverse movement on Bitcoin and Ethereum versus alts. This is not good. I smell potential further downside for altcoins in the near future. So the most important thing you can do, for me, I'm probably the most pessimistic trader you'll ever meet. And what that means is that I play defense more so, way more so than I play offense. Most traders fail because they only play offense. They only think about the fantasy. They only think about, oh man, if it gets to this price, how much money I can make. And they create these crazy price targets, crazy expectations, and crazy dreams that never come into fruition. So with that, they never fucking sell. And they also never acknowledge that what goes up does come down. So for me, I am always defense. If you come into my group, I'm rarely gonna be talking about how good things are gonna be in the future, guys. My only focus is, hey guys, here's the worst case scenario. How do we prepare for that? That's how you survive in the market. That's how you thrive in the market, so you can survive to continue to play the game. There's about a 95 to 98% failure rate in trading in general because everyone's so focused on fantasy rather than thinking, okay, we are in a situation, what is the worst case scenario? And if that did play out, how do we set ourselves up to turn that into an opportunity rather than our downfall? And that's basically the secret and key ingredient to becoming a successful trader. And basically how I do that for my students is I give people all these theories and thoughts about what are all the worst case scenarios that could happen in trading. And then I also send out something called the Quantum Cipher Report. Every Monday, I give a breakdown of what I think the outlook is for Bitcoin, what I think the outlook is for others, which is the altcoins outside of the top 10. So that gives you a real good view of what is the health of the altcoin market. So I give an analysis of that. And I also give full setup and trade plans for either trades that were closed. These are the live trades that I have right now. And these are trades that are potentially coming into fruition. So for example, Solana. I'm gonna give you guys a way ahead in advance saying, hey guys, if price comes into weekly demand, this is where we wanna buy. We don't wanna buy up here. So rather than sending out an alert hey guys, the train's leaving, you better hop on before it's too late, I tell you when the train is coming to the station so you can buy a ticket and hop on at that point. So that's kind of the main difference. Pro traders wait for the market to come for them. Newbie traders hear about something that's pumping already up 100%. They're like, hey man, is it still a good time to buy? If you're ever asking yourself, is it still a good time to buy? No, it's fucking not. The train has left the station. You are now trying to jump on a moving train. And that's dangerous, and that's where big risk comes into play. So like I said, I'm a pessimistic trader. I only wait for the market to come to me. Sometimes I chase, but it's on a rare occasion, only if the situation is 100% in play. So that's basically what we're looking at right now. Everything's been looking good. My biggest closed trade so far was Lumia. I can show you here. This thing just absolutely pumped, right? We got in down here on this breakout prior to it actually pushing. Sold right here. We can see P&L on Lumia, closed positions, last 180 days. So yeah, 180,000 in at 130, out at 212. So that's the biggest closed trade that we have right now. I still have a decent amount of open positions. Then we had another one of which I'll show you. I would have been up about $300,000 instantaneously on Mocha. Like, look at this fucking move from 10 cents to 38 cents in literally an hour or two. And the unfortunate thing is I sold right there. I got stopped out right before it fucking happened. So you win some, you lose some, but the most important thing is that you live to see another day. And most traders don't, because they only think about fantasy. The only thing I think about at all times is what is the worst case scenario and how do I protect myself if that does come into fruition. This is why you don't come to Bali in December. It's just a terrible time to be here. I'm ready to go. See that, Faboos? All right, guys. Now it's time for the morning injections. So I've been on TRT for probably the past three to 5 months. I had done it before, but I stopped because my face was getting too puffy, my hair was falling out, and that's not good. I want to keep my hair. 40 years old now, got to keep it. But I've been on a little bit of a different protocol, which seems to be working. And the difference is I've been microdosing TRT. Rather than doing like 2 injections a week, I microdose every day. So every single day I do a TRT injection, and I'm only taking about 105 milligrams per week. And typically the starting dose for just starting is about 125. And when I was doing 125, my test levels got to like 1100, which is out of range. That's super physiological. So when I'm doing about 105, my T levels are like 850, which is like that's like completely within range of a normal young 20-year-old youthful man. So a lot of people think like taking TRT is like you're taking steroids. It's not. All it basically does is put your testosterone levels back to what a early 20s male would be. And so it just makes you feel more youthful, more vibrant. Basically the foundation for me, why I like TRT and what it does for me, it just gives me more energy so I can be more productive, have better workouts. Obviously there is gonna be a little bit more muscle growth, but at the end of the day, you still gotta work your ass off at the gym if you wanna look good and have good muscle growth. But, so basically that's what I do. I do about 6, whatever that is, the number 6 on a half milliliter, 50 unit insulin syringe every day. So I do that, and then I also do HCG, which is kind of for keeping your balls in check, keep your sperm function still going. But there's still risk of you becoming infertile on TRT, which is just part of the risk. So I don't know why I can't open this, but I froze my sperm before I got started. So it was funny, I did it in Bangkok, and you literally walk in, and there's this little Thai, probably like 50-year-old woman. She walks me into a private room because I got to go rub one out to give my sperm samples. And I walk in, and she turns on the TV and puts on Japanese porn. Like, she picked the porn and put it on out of a folder file, which is funny. It was just a very unique experience. But this is HCG, and this is just for keeping your balls in check a little bit better. So I don't think you need to take ACG, but I think this also just helps with overall vitality and energy. I would recommend taking TRT. It just helps you be fucking better at life. And then this is also Ozempic, which I've been experimenting with. I'm actually not taking it now. Semaglutide. Basically, my blood glucose is a little bit elevated due to some medication that I take, but it also helps you keep your caloric deficit in play. But I'm not taking it right now. I was just taking it in the US and I traveled with this to the US, but you have to keep this refrigerated. Then I didn't refrigerate it for like 3 days during the fucking flight there, so I think I ruined it, so I kind of stopped. So right now I'm not taking this. But if you want to keep your caloric deficit in check so you can actually get abs, of which I don't have abs right now because I stopped taking this, but I'll probably start taking this when I come back, because we're going to Austria, then Bangkok. Then I'll come back and start taking this, because this is how you're going to get abs with cheat codes. A lot of people don't want to talk about this stuff because they don't want to tell people they're fucking taking this. I could care fucking less. I'm not trying to put on a show for anybody. If there's a cheat code to have better workouts and feel better and be more productive, I'm gonna fucking take it, because I'm trying to get ahead of everyone else. So I would recommend talking to your local clinic. If you're above 35, talk about getting your test levels taken and getting on some TRT, because I think it helps, for sure. Just got my TRT juice injected. Now me and my girlfriend are gonna go get an outdoor workout in, even though it just rained. We'll go try to get a little workout in outside, so let's go check it out. When I bought this, I knew that there's gonna be a lot of construction because we're gonna get surrounded. So we have this one here that just got built, but now we have the neighbors behind us building this whole fucking thing, which is literally
Right up
gonna be,
against
here I'll
us.
even grab the camera and show you guys. This is just chaos back here. This is what we listen to every day. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Alright guys, not the best weather for it, but we'll do a quick ice bath and then hop in the sauna. Don't even think about it. Woo! That is good. After like the first 15 seconds, it's pretty good, pretty easy. It's never fun though. I don't know anybody who says they like this, I think they're lying. It's not easy. But you definitely feel good afterwards. Is my girlfriend gonna join? She's already getting in the sauna. Alright, time for the sauna. Alright guys, I definitely needed it to be a requirement to have a sauna in the villa. So we built one, infrared. But we did it in like a Japanese style. My architect came up with this idea to do this circular door. So pretty nice, infrared.
It's cold. It's cold.
Woo! Cold, cold.
The leg is red.
Last rainy season.
That's what rainy season looks like in Bali. So, bro.
Very wet.
Dude, it's been raining so hard this morning. This is like the worst day to film.
Yeah.
It's just been raining all morning.
Yeah, I was just waiting at the house for the rain to stop, and I was like, okay, cool, let's go. Raincoat, helmet.
But anyways, this is DY. He runs Hydra Funding with me. So we actually met, I think like 5 years ago, and DY started running the ads for my old stock trading website, Iconic Traders. And then we just decided to start a prop firm. So it was actually DY's idea. He's like, dude, there's this thing called FTMO.com. They do funded trading. I was like, what the fuck is funded trading? And then next thing you know, here we are running Hydra Funding for the last 2 years. So it's been a bit of a bumpy ride throughout the whole landscape, but now we're just gonna kind of discuss the latest things that we got going on with Hydra, but we're not gonna do it down here. We're gonna go do it on the golf sim. So let's go check it out. So this is the golf sim, guys. I recently became obsessed with golf. Also DY's idea.
What can I say? I'm here to provide good ideas into your life. So here's the story. I'll tell you guys the story. We were in Thailand for our birthdays. Our birthdays are like a couple days apart. And I was like, you know what? I just started playing a bit again. And I was like, you know what? For Cam's birthday, I'm just gonna take him out for a round of golf in Bangkok. We went further out, and pretty much he bought clubs, he bought everything, he bought a golf sim. That's the end of the story. One round, that's all it took. And we're fully in the life.
Yeah, once you get the bug, it's this complete obsession. Too much obsession.
Needs to be able to hit some 300-yard drives.
Yeah.
You know? Right, so I think we have a plan for January.
Yeah.
The idea, I think, is to run lots of competitions.
Okay.
That's gonna be, we're gonna probably do like 2 private ones for
ASFX and
yeah, and then Will. I think Will said, I'm asking Will if he thinks we'll be able to get like 200 to 300 traders to turn out, and then we kind of adjust the prize pool based on how many. Because if we have bigger turnout, we can do a little bit bigger prize pool.
Yeah.
And then if it's gonna be lower number, we can just do like 3 prizes. And I'm gonna do the same with James. We're gonna set up a separate contract for like, to make sure that ASFX as a community is promoting it for us. So we kind of get additional reach there. But I think that should be a good way to onboard a bunch of new members to start the year. And then we'll also do our own free trading competition that we normally do, but we'll kind of space things out a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be, I think it'll be good. So we started in 2 years ago when prop firms were everyone was starting a prop firm. Everything like revenues and sales and just the entire industry was just skyrocketing to the upside. It was like the gold rush era. Things were going good, and we had like an okay deal with our tech partner, but we saw some other people migrating to another place, and they offered us a much better deal on paper. Unfortunately, it just did not go as planned. So then it basically turned into us pumping, growth was just fucking like exponentially growing, to then us pulling back on everything, basically almost shutting our business down while the market and prop firms were growing. And then we just ran into a bunch of headaches, snags, technical issues where we couldn't even focus on growing the business. All we were doing was dealing with problems the whole time. And then so we decided to go back to our previous partners, which then also took more time. So it's just been, it hasn't been an easy journey, to say the least. But during that transition period, that's when the entire prop firm industry almost collapsed. MyFund and Forex, what was the other big one? Or all the big ones that just went under?
TFT.
TFT was
SFT,
another big one, SFT.
Since then, you know, there's been almost like a collapse every other week.
Yeah.
And, you know, we look back and, you know, I think one of the biggest lessons was like, I think we ended up deciding to prioritize the right thing at the right time. Like we sensed kind of where the industry was going, and we're like, we really need to make sure that, you know, we're not headed in the same direction as these other firms that have kind of like participated in this race to the bottom, you know, and yeah, we kind of, I feel like we managed to, looking back, I feel like we managed to make some very good decisions. We made some bad ones, like changing this tech provider when everything was actually great.
It was, I think, a blessing in disguise, to say the least, because there was a lot of FOMO. We saw all the competition dropping their prices way lower than ours, making it much easier for their students to pass versus ours. So while everyone else's product looked like a better product on the surface, what they were doing was setting themselves up for failure. And a lot of people don't understand, or if they might do, or if you don't, basically when you make a sale at a prop firm like ours, part of that percentage goes into us being able to run the business, covering our expenses, salaries, us paying ourselves. But the biggest part of it goes into a capital reserve. So when traders do get payouts, there's actually money to pay people out. What happened with all these other prop firms is they became insolvent because they didn't leave enough money in the capital reserve to be able to make payouts if traders were profitable. And so they ended up upside down in their books, and then too many traders decided that they were too profitable and they wanted payouts, and the firm couldn't pay them out because they had no money left because they all went out and bought Lambos or did whatever bullshit they did. I honestly don't know how they did it. It's a matter of poor risk management and greed of paying themselves too much and not having enough reserves in the books to be able to pay out traders. So we've managed to get through that safely, and our priority was mostly just like, okay, what is the lowest risk model that we can be running to ensure that we have survival and can continue to run this business into the future. Whereas most people there's so many people opening up all these firms offering the lowest prices. So if you're out there and you see firms with really easy to pass trading plans or like 50 to 75% off, that's basically just a money grab that firm's trying to do because they're running out of money to be able to pay out traders. So they're trying to run a massive sale so they can bring in more capital to have in the reserves to pay out traders. So it's a very risky game to be playing if you're not doing this in a very conservative manner. So you have to keep those margins in check. So it'll be interesting to see where the industry goes, but we're still around. We just launched our crypto firm. So we have the forex side, CFD sides, which you can trade some crypto on there, Bitcoin and Ethereum. But we also have the crypto firm, which you can trade 28 different coins on, and it's just strictly crypto. So especially during the bull run right now, it's definitely a big opportunity to take advantage of. We'll see how the year goes. I think 2025, we're gonna make a mark in the industry.
Yeah, agreed. I think, you know, at the end of the day, what this industry is about and what we've learned from being here for 2 years is that this, on the surface, looks like a marketing game, but really, more important than that, it's a risk management game. Because firms that don't know how to risk manage and don't prioritize risk management end up going underwater, as we've seen. You know, a lot of firms have just blown up using marketing tactics, running discounts, making challenges easier, and they've been able to grow their top line, but they never considered the back end, which is at some point traders are going to want to get paid out. And if your books are not managed properly, if you're not managing your risk properly, then your firm's going to go underwater. And at the end of the day, the goal, I think, for us here, and we've aligned on this pretty much since the beginning, and especially through that really tough period with, you know, prop firms collapsing and all that, all these industry problems, is we prioritize being solvent, being able to pay traders out. And I think, you know, that ended up being one of the best decisions that we've made, even though at the time it looked like we weren't able to compete at all on the product side. And we were like, we can't match that offer, we can't sell it that cheap and make it that easy. So we were losing out a lot on sales, but you know, they say hindsight is 2020, and now we're still around, and most of these other guys that were doing this, they're not here. So
still around and growing. So that's all we can really ask for. However, as fast or slow that growth is, as long as we're growing and as long as we pay out our traders, I think that's just the most important thing. Because that's what everybody wants to know. That's the whole elephant in the room of prop firms is, can this firm pay me out? And
I just I was just at BGS. I just met this guy. So BGS is a cafe I go to. I just met this guy like a couple days ago, and then we sat down, and today he was like, "Oh, do you work? I saw your Instagram. Do you work with Cameron?" And he's like, "Oh, I've been following Cameron for like the last 14 years since he was trading stocks." And then he also knows about Hydra. He's like, "Yeah, you know, like I was kind of hesitant about, I wanted to buy a challenge, but then there were all these problems in the prop industry, and I just wasn't sure." And he was straight up like, "So, but now I'm gonna buy a challenge because I know you, and if you don't pay me now, I'm gonna see you here."
That's funny. Yeah, that's what everybody wants to know. So we've never missed a payout, and I don't see why we would. We're not set up in a position where we can't. So yeah, it's an interesting game, but it's a beautiful product if the company is run well, and if a trader can find profitability. There's no better way to learn, because you're not risking all your capital up front on a broker, which most brokers are safe, but some are not. But if the prop firm can be trusted, then it's an amazing product, because you learn proper risk management. You're basically forced into using risk management, or you blow up the account very quick, and you also get access to a lot of capital, whereas most people have, 75% of traders have accounts under $25,000, and if you're working with under $25,000 on a normal traditional account, it's very difficult to do a whole lot with that without risking a huge amount of money. So that's why the prop firm industry has been blowing up, because if the firm is trustworthy and they can pay out, it's a great product for traders to learn how to leverage and actually make some profitable trades on a bigger account without having to over risk. Smash.
Two different levels, I cannot relate. You never win if you playing it safe. It's all a game until you get paid. You speaking so loud.
25.
I'm betting it down on me. And they said they ride for me.
Oh my God.
I know there's no friends in this business, that's why I keep my family close. Put in work and secure the bag and then take it back to my foes. Time will only tell, you can try me if you want. Life can get real crazy, you can try me if you want. We gon' find out soon, we gon' find out soon.
Sounds good. Oh, there it is. It's gonna draw.
Yeah,
Don't see too many of those.
we're working on the draw, baby. Right down the middle.
Solid.
Let's go. Now, if I could hit that on a real course.
Casio is the owner of this restaurant, Sunday, and I'm an investor, so I own about 20%. So it's funny, me and Tangmo used to always go to your other restaurant, The Loft, and then you guys closed that during COVID, and we're like, dude, what's going on? That's our favorite spot. And you're like, well, I'm opening another spot, and then so you're like, we're looking for investors, so that's how we kind of got connected. We already knew each other for a couple of years before that, but now I'm part of it. So.
Now we're business partners as well. It's beautiful.
Yeah, the food here is fucking amazing. It's actually fully packed in here right now.
Yeah. For lunch, it just got so much good traction.
Yeah.
The food is just, that feedback of being so homey and like well prepared.
Yeah.
So people come here to have their lunch. They feel well fed by us.
Yeah.
It's good.
No, the food's amazing. So you guys have done a great job.
Super happy, man.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Cool. Should we order something?
Yeah, man. You guys want to start with some coffee? Do you want to?
Yeah, I'll do what's the specialty stuff we got going on right now?
We brought over 2 beans from Brazil. One of them we're doing espresso, the other one V60, specialty coffee. From southeast part of Brazil, we have a Sumatra or a southeast Brazilian bean. Both of them single origin for pour over. The Brazilian one is pretty good, so maybe I'll get one of that. And actually, no, I think I might do the espresso for Brazil and the Sumatra for pour over. Get us different flavors.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the way that we decided to work here in Sunday, we decided to source the green beans, import them here, and then collaborate with our friend from Ubud, Nadia, from Soleil roaster to do the profile for us. So we work together with her, create the profile, and then we're gonna get a second grinder to start doing that offering as espresso as well.
Yeah.
So you would have the possibility to have a more chocolate body or fruity. So this would be more fruity, would
Yeah,
be
you
more
can
on
smell
the
the
fruity
fruit.
side. So,
I like the chocolatey.
Yeah, higher palate, chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your coffee?
I love
This one, it smells more fruity, right?
Yeah, smell it. It smells pretty.
Oh yeah.
I can't start my day without coffee.
You guys want anything else?
No, I'm good, man.
Good?
I'm good, bro.
Gravy, bro. Full of caffeine and food. Settled.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you for coming over, man.
Always, brother.
Always good.
All
right.
Pleasure.
Always.
Later, Rick.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Just got done with lunch at my restaurant. About a year and a half ago, I invested in an upcoming gym called Omni Wellness Club. So I think we're about 3 months out from finishing, but this is gonna be the biggest luxury wellness gym in Bali. So super pumped to be a part of it. And this is the first time I've seen it in probably like 6 months. So we're pretty close to be finished. We're gonna go meet one of the co-founders, Henry, and he's gonna give us a little tour. So let's go check it out. Good. Long time no see, huh?
Yeah, you are?
Yeah, good.
And you're like pour coffee on your back. Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all. Welcome. When was the last time you were here?
Shit, man, I think a long time ago. I haven't done actually, like, I think me and her came, like,
Try to sneak up.
sneak in. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was like when it was just kind of like a shell.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't
Okay,
anything,
so you've really not seen much at
No.
all.
No.
Well, also, that I haven't been here in a few days, so much is changing day by day.
Yeah.
Including all of the gym equipment's just got thrown into this
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
So we've now got like matrix equipment absolutely everywhere.
Yeah,
But yeah, let's just pop back outside a second. We're building this whole like textured brown across the whole thing. And then you're gonna have a massive Omni logo here, and then this is all gonna be like greenery in a garden. Not many places have actually just put a lot of effort into what it looks like just to come into,
The presentation
right? Yeah, the
from the
presentation from the front, so I think that's gonna be really nice. This is where you'll come in.
Yeah.
So this whole area is parking. And the whole theme of the building is really like these curved like architectural walls. So you've got all this curve here throughout the entire building. It just follows these curve and oval shapes.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a 360 waterfall entrance.
Yeah.
So you've got water coming down all around here in this oval, and then even just behind here it drops down. And the idea and the thinking really is that it's like a way you like to escape Chengdu. You suddenly feel like, okay, right, Zen water sound.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
out of that messy world and you're into this whole new serene wellness space.
Little sanctuary.
Exactly. And it goes like it's a big curve oval, so you can see it goes all the way around there. And then it's a shame the scaffolding's here, but it's this whole oval shape in here. This is the reception. So we've got this massive rock desk here, and then a big Omni logo behind. So basically, when you enter, you've got two options as to what you want to do.
Yeah.
You can either go left into the co-working space, or you can go right into the main facility.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you, just for the audience watching right now, what is like kind of the vision of Omni, and how are we standing out from everyone else here?
Yeah, sure. So I think it was born out of a frustration that everything in the wellness space is super like disconnected, right? If you want to go and get your blood tested, you go and find a doctor in Denpasar or something.
$1,600 from Protea to get my blood
Yeah,
done.
to go and get it done, you've got to go travel, then you're like getting the analysis from them, or sometimes even doing it yourself. You want to see a therapist, you've got to go on like the internet, do a load of research, go on Zoom with someone random.
Yeah.
If you want to go to the gym, it's one thing. If you want to learn how to meditate, you're finding like a Buddhist center or a retreat somewhere. Everything's just like super disconnected. So the concept here was, can we take everything that's scientifically proven to help physical and mental health and bring it all into one facility and make it personalized as well. So when you join, you do a whole variety of blood tests, like gut testing. You'll do a questionnaire, you'll have a mobility evaluation, you'll see a therapist, you'll do all these different inputs and consultations, and then based off your weakest areas and the things you want to improve, we'll give you a personalized health plan to help you achieve it all. This is the main co-working space. So you've got this area here is a quiet concentration zone. So that's going to be no talking. We're going to have like large curved monitors. We've got standing desks. It seats about 100 people across the entire room.
And those are all this monitors and everything you can come plug your laptop into and
Plug your laptop into, you're good to go. You've got your own private station in many of the desks. Some of them are motorized standing desks. Just around here, there's another layer of glass, and then on this side of it is a louder area where you can eat, you can meet with colleagues, you can take calls. And then we've got these 6 private call booths that are going to be soundproof. We're going to have like professional ring lights so you can take calls and it looks good on Zoom.
Yeah.
You've got a meeting room as well, so if you want to do a session with a team, have the TV up on the side, that's there as well.
Yeah.
So then if you come in on the left here, this is our wellness lab. So this is kind of where all the techie stuff happens.
Yeah.
So we've got our 3D like high-tech body scan machine here. We've got our 2, if you come on in, we've got this, it's all going to be curved off everywhere, and then this has got a drop down light. So this is going to feel like one sort of infinity-based massage room, which will be really cool. And then shout out to Connor for his favourite place in the whole thing. Not that it looks very impressive on camera. Back here is our lab, so here this is where we've got all the equipment to actually test everything in-house.
Okay.
So that enables...
So all the blood work, all the
Stuff like, exactly. And by doing it in-house and having some of the most advanced machines, we're actually able to test more biomarkers at a better rate, so we can give customers more information without charging them like through the nose. This is all a massive lawn. So we're going to have a fire pit here. We're actually building a water feature coming out of the plants. And yeah, the idea is really to create, sometimes some of the lawns can feel a bit cramped and like everyone's like lined up like sardines on the beanbag, so we wanted to create a really like expansive space
to have your space.
To have your space, exactly. And it's cool that as when you enter, you kind of walk down, that's all to your right. This is a space for heavy weights, so we know that sometimes if you were doing like big deadlifts and stuff on the upper floor, that can shake the building.
Yeah.
So what we've done is we've moved all of the heavy racks, deadlifts, everything down here into a dedicated legs and heavy weights room on the floor. Nice. This is the indoor cafe area. So we've got a bar here. This is going to be a towel drop so that you don't have to keep walking between here and reception to get a new towel or whatever. And then this is the kind of like indoor covered area. So you're going to have all of the tables and hangout space here. And then if you move out here, this is going to be like this sort of semi-open air outdoor space of the cafe as well. So we're going to have this like coconut jute material above here, so it creates shade, but you still feel like you're outside in a kind of like garden cafe. Yeah. And then this takes us out onto the pool. So all massive 25-meter lap pool, which we're going to run lap sessions on in the morning. And then you've got wooden decking all along here with sunbeds. And what I really like is we've built these sunbeds mattresses into the pool. So on here is going to be double mattresses with the stairs, and the water flows right up along the side of them.
Okay, yeah.
But we've got a 4-degrey ice bath here. We've got a 10 to 15 degree ice
That'll
bath
be my
here.
one there. 4 degrees, way too cold.
Oh man, I love this one. And then we've got a jacuzzi on the far left. So
okay, so let's do this on. Yeah. Big.
Yeah. So 3-sided chairs, and then that overlooks the entire lawn, and as I said, that glass is like a curved glass, which will be really cool.
Yeah.
This is the steam room, we've started on tile already, which is cool. all,
Oh, wow, yeah.
all black, and we're going to just put the black routing in. We've got lots of these little small downlights that look like stars. So the whole idea is to create like a night sky in the steam,
yeah.
with the steam everywhere.
That'll be really cool.
So big.
We've got a full-scale massive kitchen back here. So the idea again is really to take the F&B to a whole new level. So we're going to be listing macros across everything, whether that's an a la carte dish or whether that's you're building your own bowl. You're going to know exactly what's in your food, so you can really dial in your nutrition.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to have smoothies, shakes, the whole works. And we've got an amazing head chef in from the Marriott who's been working on a concept with a consultant who specialises in healthy food. So
Nice.
I think we're going to really nail it.
Crush it, yeah.
This is the outdoor calisthenics area, so this is for like body weight training. We're going to have a load of rigs. We've got a sled track. It's for all the people like Connor who like, are you an outdoor guy? You're an outdoor or indoor guy?
Because I was just asking, is this a separate area from classes for people to just come use freely, or is this going to be classes?
We're going to have classes in here as well, but we've kind of dedicated an area where it will be free from the classes. So if you want to come in and train while a class is on, you'll have your own
because I think that's
space.
one of the biggest issues at all gyms right now.
Yeah.
Is that you can't even use it because it's always classes.
Yeah. Well, we've tried to counter that by creating like a side of the section where you can use it at the classes. Like we've got 2 rows of walls of racks basically, so one will be used for classes and the other side will be available for people to use.
Yeah,
there should be enough
that'll
space.
be nice.
This space I'm in love with because I've got to be honest, I didn't realize how tall these ceilings were until I came in here the first time, and we were like, whoa. It's amazing. It feels like so much more airy and open than other places. So yeah, this is the main AC gym.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've got our brand blue on the ceiling now, and that's going to match a lot of the equipment that we've got branded as well with that blue. So yeah, we've got huge big windows on this side, and this is where a lot of the cardio and treadmill machines are going to be, so that when you're having a run on a bike, you're overlooking the beautiful lawn of nature. You can see your mates hanging out down by the pool. Coming up from the stairs here, you're now into the class space. So this is for kind of more mellow classes. We've got a really nice wooden floor, so you're going to do yoga here, there'll be meditation, there'll be Pilates classes, and we've built actually a water feature here. So there's little fountains all the way along here with running water, so you kind of...
This will be open air space?
This is all open, yeah. Again,
and I guess you got ocean views here too.
Yeah, you can see the ocean back there.
Yeah.
Tarpaulin is killing us today.
Yeah.
But then again, you can overlook the whole garden space and the ocean on the other side. And yeah, the running water to really kind of create that tranquil vibe while you're in the space.
Yeah.
And then what we've done as well is we've built a dividing door here that can open and close. Like it's a wooden door that has panels and can slide back and forth. So we can either have this as one really big class space for like popular yoga sessions, or if we want to divide it up so we can offer more classes, we can close it off and have different spaces. So then out here we're building another plant pergola, so this will be covered with nature, and there'll be a place to hang out. So just after you finish having a yoga class, you want to just sit and have a coconut for a second and overlook the ocean, or
you got both. You got the mountain views over here, I guess.
Yeah,
Is that the tour?
Exactly,
or is that a gun?
yeah, it's a clear day for once in Asia, so you can see the mountains over on that side and the ocean on the other side. So yeah, and sunset's really nice of it on here as well, but again, tarpaulin isn't helping us out. So what's cool as well is you can see we actually own, beyond the sauna and spa area, right up to that grey building over there, we own all of that space. So again, this allows us real flexibility to see what's popular and what we want to expand in future. I think the main plan is probably to build a boutique hotel so that we can really have people come here, do retreats, get all their blood tests, come and do ice baths in the morning, and just have like a full-on omni immersive experience, which is going to be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Alright guys, just got finished looking at the gym I invested in. Now, I just bought 16 Ara here, which is 1,600 square meters. So that's about 3 times the size of the land where my villa is now. So this is gonna be my next home that we're gonna build. So we'll just go walk over here and take a look. So as you can see, you really can't escape construction anywhere. Even my place right now is 360 surrounded by construction, and obviously when I bought this land, none of this construction was going on, and now clearly they're building all around it. So it's crazy to see how much Bali is growing. So if you're looking for peace and quiet, you're not gonna find it, because it's just a continuation of more and more people coming here, more and more expansion. They're building a whole entire other airport on the other side of the island, brand new highway across the island. So the amount of growth here is insane. So you can't escape this construction noise, unfortunately. But what we have here is basically the base of my land. It goes all the way down to the edge line over here. You can see that white line, and that's a river right there. So we don't have any neighbors on that side. And then we go all the way up here. These guys actually built their little huts on the access road, and my land goes all the way there. So that'll actually be the access. I'll have like maybe some sort of like roundabout parking garage there. The villa will be actually up here, and then this whole area down here will be a huge yard. All our pool, sauna, we'll have a gym down there, guest bedrooms. And my plan is actually to build like a par 2 golf course here, where the green will be down there with the hole next to the pool, and then starting from back here, it'll be probably like a 40-yard par 2. So it'll be cool to have, like, you'll walk in from that area, and then you'll have like your little tee-off box, maybe some nice little grass. I'll probably do like little square hitting mats, like 40 yards, 30 yards, 20 yards, so I'm not digging into the fucking grass. So you'll be able to practice hitting from all different areas of inside the range of 40 yards. So that'll look cool, because the first thing you'll see when you walk in is the grand entrance to the villa, and then you'll look to the left and you'll see like a par 2 golf course going down into the vast area of the yard. So I'm super excited to get started on this project. I haven't found the architect I'm gonna work with yet. It's a complicated process, and unfortunately this is still like 2 years away of me ever moving in, and who knows where life takes me in 2 years. Maybe I don't even build it. I don't know, who knows? That's way too long for me to think ahead. But yeah, I'm super excited. It's a great piece of land. This is out here in Tumbuk Bayou. It's a little bit away from all the chaos of Baralo where I live now. So yeah, I mean, this whole area is gonna be all villas right now. Right now it was so peaceful. Everywhere I go, I have another piece of land in Chimagi right now that's for sale for about $500,000 US. And when I bought it, it was just like beautiful ocean views, 100 meters back from the water, peaceful rice fields, and now it's just absolute chaos of construction all around it. So that's for sale. I don't want it anymore. So hopefully that sells soon. I have a potential interested buyer, because that also helps fund this project here. All right, guys. So that's a wrap for looking at some of my investments, and now I believe I have a phone call with Jasper, my podcast producer, to give me some latest updates on the current framework for which guests are going live next and who we got coming up. So let's go have a call. I have a meeting with my podcast producer now, who's over in the UK. We actually just did a full USA tour. We interviewed Nor Trades, Q Banks, Lamba Raul, Colin Yerskin, and our next one coming up is Raja Banks. So we got to discuss of what's going on in the next plans for the podcast. So also, there'll be a link below. If you're not subscribed to the Profile Podcast, you should definitely subscribe to that channel as well, because we got a lot of really cool guests coming. So let's see what the latest is with Jasper in our Zoom meeting here. Yo, what's going on, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm missing Miami.
Yeah.
I'm not enjoying this fucking shit weather back in the UK. That's for free.
Yeah, you should have seen it today actually here in Bali. It was just absolutely dumping. We were supposed to do like a workout upstairs, and we just did the workout in the rain because it's just dumping out.
Yeah, I saw your story. What on earth?
Yeah, no, we're ready to get out of here. We're actually leaving to Austria. So what's the latest status update, bro?
Yeah, so the promo window for Colin is now complete. We're getting everything ready for Raja. We're really nice and ahead with everything. So we've got We have Noor, we have Q, so basically all of the US guests sort of lined up for the next couple of weeks. I think that takes us over nicely until February, and I think we were talking about a potential trip to Dubai. As we have a few people on our radar there. Things are looking good, the analytics are looking good, the channel's growing nice and strong, the conversions are great. I think we're currently up, we're closing on 700 subscribers for the month, so everything's very much moving.
Cool. Yeah. I was thinking maybe like, so I guess I get back from Bangkok in February, March. My girlfriend's birthday is April, beginning of April 3rd.
No.
Yes. 2nd.
Yes.
2nd?
2nd.
3rd.
Come on.
One day off. So probably after that, so yeah, probably late April, early March, we could do something in Dubai, which would be cool.
Yeah, no, we have a good buffer. We've got some really solid guests. Again, the channel's growing we're seeing some really good numbers with the channel at the moment. The show is growing as a podcast, but my main ambition was to make it work for the overall brand. And I think we've managed to do that really nicely in such a short time, given that you only created this YouTube page like 2 months ago. So yeah, everything's good. Subscribe to the profile.
Yeah. Let's do it, bro. Cool, man.
Perfect, man.
All right, guys. Meeting is adjourned. And now, 6:30, it's dinner time. So my girlfriend is gonna cook us some, what?
Bibimbap.
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 Korean food. It's delicious.
Yeah. So. We're cooking? We are cooking.
Oh, you're cooking, I'm watching.
You're watching.
That's the support team. I'm a cheerleader, bro.
You have to sing.
Sing?
Yeah. Have to share me.
So, you see this photo right here. January 3rd, 2020, Bangkok. This is one of those photos you post on Instagram on your story, but clearly there's 2 glasses of wine there, but you don't reveal who the other person is.
Soft lunch.
Soft lunch. Because we met New Year's Eve in Bangkok 2019, and then this is our 2nd or 3rd date, because that was our first date, was on New Year's Eve. And so I soft launched her with that wine glass right there in 2020. And now it's 2024, almost 2025. It's been a long time. 5 years ago. But then COVID happened. So then I left to Bangkok, or I left from Bangkok back to Bali. I was gonna move to LA, but I didn't have a place to stay in LA. So I was like, maybe I'll just go to Bali and look for places to stay in LA and Bali. And then within like 30 days, all of a sudden COVID started and just got stuck in Bali. And then I thought maybe we will see each other again. I was like, oh yeah, that girl was really nice. That was fun. Maybe she'll come to Bali. But then COVID happened, so I was like, oh, well, I'm not gonna see this girl. But we kept in touch for 1.5 years. And then the world opened again, and then I said, hey, do you wanna come to Bali for a few weeks?
So,
She
just
said,
come here, you know, for 3 weeks. And you know, like everything is super normal here. There's no lockdown. So I was locked up in Bangkok that time. And he said like, oh, this place is gonna be so nice, you know. And the first day I land, there's like a big news, like I don't know, they say like it's gonna be a lockdown. So
Pretty much the first time they did any sort of lockdown in Bali, after I had been here living the good life with no lockdowns in Bali, as soon as she gets here, once they first kind of opened up again, then they basically like closed everything down. And then they were basically saying everything's gonna be closed and you can't really leave the house. I was like, great, she just got here and now we're gonna be locked in my condo for fucking 3 weeks. Like, it's not the best vacation. But then things went pretty well and then you never left. And now it's 3.5 years later.
We moved in on the day 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First date went well, apparently. Well,
He actually showed me like, oh, this is gonna be the last flight and you wanna leave, you know? Like, I just got here because if I have to go back, then I would have to do quarantine. So like,
no, well, there was a deadline for if you wanted to leave without getting the vaccine, you had to leave before a certain date.
yeah, that's right.
And so it's like you either get vaxxed and stay longer, or you don't get vaxxed if you didn't want to get vaxxed and you have to leave now. So that was the
Crazy time.
that was the hectic moment. But now it's been 3.5 years. She's still here.
Still here. He said 3 weeks. So
Yeah, things are great. Going to Austria on Saturday. There's no better market to be involved in when it's a bull market, but once it's into a bear market and just a choppy sideways market, it's just like, it's pretty chaotic and it's very easy to get whipsawed around. Whereas forex, I find, is just very similar all year round, right? If you look like at a 20-year forex chart, it can be flatlined basically with a bunch of sideways movements in between. Whereas forex or crypto, it goes up on these massive bull runs and then crashes 80-90% every time. So you don't want to be part of the 80-90% crash in crypto. You want to exit out at some point when things are still going up. Problem is, most people never accept when the bear market is there, and they end up giving all their money back. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Exit out of the crypto space when you have a nice bag, okay? If your account doubles from here, maybe 2x's, 3x's from here, exit. Get out, lock in your gains, realize the gains. Because if you don't sell, it's never yours. And every single bull market that we've seen in crypto, the aftermath is a 70 to 90% drop. So if you feel like giving back 70 to 90% of your money, then you hold on. But if you want to lock in some gains and actually put it into something useful, like me building this home, and now I live in it, I can actually see it, feel it, experience it, I think that's much better use of your money. So that's the plan.
take note.
Take notes, guys.
Listen to the pro and take note, and don't do stupid things. Cause
Yeah.
yes, take
Even
note.
though sometimes I'm the guy that does the stupid thing.
Yes. Trust me, it's not fun. It's not fun for me too.
And I get stressed out. Life is difficult sometimes as a trader. This is the way the cookie crumbles.
That's a big part.
How do you say very good in Indonesian? Bagus banget.
Bagus banget.
Bagus banget ya.
Bagus. Enak banget.
Yeah, that's for the food.
Enak. It's very delicious.
Enak banget.
Enak banget kan.
Yeah.
I love it. It was delicious.
It's okay.
The best bibimbap.
It's okay. You can be honest.
No, it's actually really good. But that was so much food.
It's
Look
a
how big
big
this fucking bowl is.
It's a massive bowl.
Bulking season. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in today. We're actually getting ready to go to Austria for Christmas and New Year's. Gonna go ski. So we gotta get packed, and I'll see you guys on the top of the mountain. Peace.
See ya.
Alright guys, we are coming to a closure of this vlog. I really hope you enjoyed it. We're off to Kitzbühel, Austria for Christmas. We're gonna go snowboarding and skiing. It's gonna be Tango's first time ever seeing the snow. So really looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys thought of this vlog, and I'll see you on top of the mountain. Alright guys, we are bringing this officially to the close from the top of Kitzbühel, Austria. As you can see, this vlog hasn't been a whole lot about actually trading, because typically how I trade now is once you learn the skill, it's mostly just monitoring as opposed to sitting on a computer all day, day trading and trying to figure out if you're going to make money today. The way I trade and the way I teach is learn the skill set. When you find the good opportunity, you patiently wait for that trading opportunity. You enter it. You already have your preset plan. You set your stop, you set your TP, and then you walk away and you get off the computer and go do something like this, which is we're out here spending Christmas in Kitzbühel. Got my buddy Sven here, who's also trying to learn the trading game as well. A bit stressful sometimes, huh? Yeah, stick in there. Yeah, but that's just part of the game. I wouldn't trade it for anything else. I've been doing it for 20 years. But if you want to learn from me, guys, definitely join the Wolf Pack. There'll be a link for that below. It's 30 hours of educational content teaching you my full crypto trading system. I also have the Quantum Cipher Report where I give you all my best trade ideas for crypto and forex every Monday. I also have the Quantum Cipher course coming out in 2025, which will be a full spectrum multi-asset trader course, because when the bull run's done, we want to exit out of crypto and start trading more safer assets, because in the bear market, that's where everyone loses it. And we don't want to lose it. We want to keep it, go put it into assets like real estate and shift into non-cyclical assets like forex. But anyways, thanks for tuning into the vlog today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Merry Christmas. See you guys next year.